Turbo Tim here from ZZPerformance. We have another Sonic build, one of my favorite cars I've ever owned. Total blast when it comes to road course and autocross. These cars make around 140 wheel horsepower stock, a manual car. The autos are around 115-ish. This car made 291 horsepower and 265 foot-pounds to the tires on our Mustang Dyno, our new Mustang Dyno. Those are pretty big gains. Yes, there are some other cars you might make more power with, but this is like a unique GM car that gets over 30 miles to the gallon on gas still. What's unique about this build is this guy's from California. That's pretty much it. This is a standard catalog stuff. It's got our forged engine, which he didn't even need. The stock engine is fine as long as it hasn't had 20 top speed runs on 87 octane before he brought it to us. But yeah, forged engine, stage 1 cams, valve springs, Z04, ZZP intercooler, full turbo back exhaust. So that's a 3-inch downpipe, mid-pipe to our actually 2.5-inch catback on this car. 291, 265 is pretty serious for a car that starts with 140 wheel. I can really relate to this customer because he does exactly what I do with it. I mean, road course and autocross, that's where this car shines. Not only does he have our horsepower mods, but he also has our standard suspension package, ZZP coilovers, ZZP rear sway bar, two magical things for a Sonic. As well as he's actually running the same exact tire that I am, which is a Falcon RT660. It's a 200 tread wear tire. You're not gonna get 40,000 miles out of them, but I mean, depending on how you drive, like you could probably get 15,000 miles out of them, and they're super grippy tire, like twice the traction of a standard summer tire or an all season. Another nice thing about this car is that it's a flex car. So he has our flex sensor, and he actually shipped it here with the 85 in it. So I tuned it on his fuel from California. That's like another really cool thing. Like when we generally have a customer send their car to us from states away, I usually ask them like, fill it with your fuel. Or if they're driving it here, I'll be like, hey, fill a 5-gallon can, bring it with you, and then just run it super low to where when it's here, I can tune it on your fuel. Because as you've heard in other videos potentially from me, that not every state's fuel is the same. Some states have great fuel like Michigan. Michigan has great fuel, but there are other states that do not get very good fuel. That's the beauty of our remote tuning, which this was a remote tune before he sent the car here. And he didn't send it here because it was broke either. That was another cool thing. He just sent it to us and said, I want you guys to do, work your ZZP magic. And 291 is not a record, but that's a great number. It's a great number, and this is gonna go home making that, and probably more on another dyno, since a dyno jet or a hub dyno will probably report a higher number. Also, what I like is he has the touch points. He has our short shifter, he has our shifter end bushings, he's got the base bushings in the shifter. The shifter shifts nice and firm, just like mine does, which is like touch points, people. Touch points are key. Fancy steering wheels, fancy seats. It's very important. Like, you're in your car looking and touching the interior car way more often than you're touching the outside of the car. Let us know in the comments below what you think of this build, maybe what you would do different. If you have suggestions for us, we love hearing your input. This is Turbo Tim from ZZP. If you don't want to miss out on more features like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.